Charles Haley. You're listening to Nothing But Niners.
This is Kyle Juszczyk, and you're listening to Nothing But Niners.
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, sweeps to his right, gets to the 20. He's in the 30, needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline, breaks a hard tackle, comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst breaking tackle after tackle, sweeps down the sideline. Throws off bodies like clothes after a marathon.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in post, and it's good. Second down, Ryan takes the snap, throws the flag to the left side. It's Russell, intercepted! The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption! Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown! No greater redemption!
The San Francisco 49ers, we can do whatever we want.
Click, click, boom! What is going on, faithfuls? It's your boys Mike and Tony, and we are here to bring you guys another fun-filled episode. This is going to be our final thoughts before going into this Monday night Week 16 matchup against the San Francisco 49ers and the Indianapolis Colts, man. Tony, you were absolutely right, man. I'm looking over here, and I can see their uniforms, man. That was actually pretty fire, man. I like it. So that's cool. But listen, man, we got a lot to discuss, Tony. This is going to be an important game. The faithful are all on the same page. The faithful are all on the same page, and they're saying that we got to win out. We want the number one seed, and we got to win out. I'm just not sure that that's how it's going to go. But before we get to all that fun stuff, Tony, how are you doing over there, man?
Good. Just hanging out. Same spot. Didn't move much. You know, just doing my thing over here. I think we need to talk about the inactives, too. Very important.
Yeah. We're about to get into that, actually. I'm going to go through the formalities, and then we're going to get into the inactives. I have those pulled up over here. So this is actually some big surprises on here. It's actually some really big surprises on here, but whatever. All right, so let's go through these formalities, and then we'll get to the inactives, and we'll have some fun here, all right? So if this is your first time here, please make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Turn on your notifications so you know exactly when we are going live. Give us a follow on some of our social media platforms. We're going to start with Snapchat and X. Those handles are Nothing But 9. It's the number 9, Nothing But 9, ERS. And then follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. Those handles are Nothing But Niners, that is spelled all the way out. If you were on Twitch, make sure you are using the one with the underscore. Okay, we are currently live on Instagram, live on Twitch, live on YouTube. X won't let me go live, so I apologize, but I'm not there. And then, last but certainly not least, if you guys want to party with us throughout the show, throughout the game, come over there, share your thoughts, live reactions, raw emotions, raw passion. Patreon.com/NB9ERS. The link is there. We're going to have a good time, and I can't wait for this game to start, man. I can't wait to see how the Niners look. And you know who else can't wait for this, man? Not going to lie to you, man. The Colts. I think the Colts are licking their chops. I think that they're chomping at the bit. I think that there are horses in the stable, and they're rearing and ready to go, man. So I know Tony said he wanted to talk about the inactives. So let's go ahead and get into the inactives for this game, all right? Let me see here. Boom and boom. All right, there it is, scrolling across the ticker there. Tony, so this is what I have here for the San Francisco 49ers. Let's share this tab so everyone can see it here. All right. It looks like the 49ers will be without the following players for this game. Running back, Isaac Garindo. Wide receiver, Ricky Pearsall. Defensive lineman, Robert Beal Jr. Defensive lineman, Kevin Givens. Linebacker, Curtis Robinson. Cornerback, Renardo Green. And cornerback, Chase Lucas. What happened with my man, Chase Lucas? Somebody out there, help me out, please.
Didn't he get hurt last game with his wrist? Some with his wrist. He made a tackle.
Yeah, but I thought he got back up. Didn't he get back up after that?
Yeah, I mean, he can get back up. I don't remember seeing him come back in the game.
Yeah, no, I thought he got up and came back in, but maybe I'm wrong. So that's why we need some help on special teams. There's some players in here that are not on this list that are on the active team. So I mean, what stands out to you about this one? Let's go ahead and jump into it.
You have it seems like there's been a change on the depth chart as far as the running back spot.
Yes, sir. There has been.
Got 2 rookies up. Garendo's down. Pearsall's due to injury. Beal is down. Givens is down. Curtis Robinson is down. Green is to injury. Lucas, I think, is the injury. I mean, he's their backup nickel, so I don't know exactly why they would keep him down for Eli Apple, but he's down. 2 big things. Well, one big thing. Kendricks is up. 2 big things. And Gross Matos is up. And the 2
on the defensive
rookies are up.
Well, so let's talk about this for a second. We've been pounding the table. What's going on with Watkins, the James guys, right?
Yeah.
Jordan James,
and
Jordan Watkins. Yeah, like what is going on with these guys? And all of a sudden, they're both active at this portion of the season. What happened, Tony? Like, all these stories were coming out all week about Jordan Watkins saying, well, Kyle's never going to see what I can actually do because I'm always on the scouting team, and he's got more fish to fry, bigger fish to fry. It's like, is this Kyle's way of saying, hey, shut up? I see you?
Well, if you listen, all right, hold that thought. Let's talk about James. He gave kudos to James last week.
Okay, Jordan James, a running back.
And he's getting close. So I think Kyle said, you know what? I don't think they trust Garendo as a ball carrier anymore, clearly, because he's not even back on kick returns. So go with the young kid, man. Garendo's probably not going to be on this roster next year. Go with the young kid, see what he's got, an opportunity. Give him an opportunity in special teams. Maybe he's done some things during the special teams practice during the week and prep for this game. And Watkins, give him a shot, man. We've been beating the table to see this kid due to injuries with Pearsall and stuff like that. But give the kid a shot. Let's see what he can do. And I hope he
looked good in spurts in preseason. Watkins, I'm talking about. He showed some flashes during preseason, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at it. Ricky Pearsall is out. We don't really have a ton of what's the word? I don't know how to say this the right way. Our without Ricky Pearsall in there, we were looking at Juwan Jennings and Kendrick Bourne being wide receivers 1 and 2, maybe DeMarcus Robinson, Sky Moore, your kick returner as a wide. Like, these weren't names that were like, yeah, these guys are the ones that are really going to do it, right? Like, these are the guys. I don't think that those were the names that we were looking forward to. And that's another reason I got the Niners losing this game, Tony. But I'll get to my final prediction at the end. But that's another reason I got the Niners losing this game, bro. These wide receivers, I just don't know if they're going to have enough to get it done today. I don't know. I don't know.
They've been doing it all year, Mike. They've been doing something right all year. And as long as Jennings is there, I mean, Jennings is the go-to dude with the big when a big play is needed. He's been there for the last 2, maybe 3 years. So as long as he's there, you have Kittle, we have CMC. You know, the pieces are there. I think they want to try to get that run game going, get a nice rhythm with the run game. Great. This is a great test for this team. I said it with you yesterday. It's going to be a great test for this team on both sides of the ball.
This defense that we're about to go up against, man, I think they're pretty solid against the run. They're getting DeForest Buckner back. We know what Buck does against the run. They've got Zaire Franklin against the run. And so those are 2 concerns of mine. Now, I will admit this. Zaire Franklin could be a bit of a liability in pass coverage. If we can somehow get him to commit to somebody and have to drop back in coverage, we can definitely take advantage of him there. He's not that kind of linebacker. He's more of a traditional linebacker. So I think that we could take advantage of him there. But overall, they do a pretty solid job against the run. What are your you know what? Do we want to go over the Colts inactives or do we not care? I mean, we don't really know.
I mean, you could. I mean, I think that there's pull it up. I want to make sure those 2 tackles are out.
All right, so let me pull that up really quick. Let me close that out and do Colts inactives. All right, so here we go. Sauce Garner. Yeah, here we go. All right, let me share the screen again. My apologies. It's me, anxiety. Boom and boom. All right, here we go.
Please. Why are you?
Can you see that? Oh no, you can't see it.
First of all, it's gonna die.
All right, there it is. My bad. All right, so the Colts inactives are as follows. Okay, linebacker Jalen Carles. All right, cornerback Sauce Gardner, running back DJ Giddens, wide receiver Anthony Gold, safety Ruben Larry, tight end Will Mallory, and only 1 tackle inactive, and that's Bernhard Raymond.
I wonder if the other dude is active or he's on like some type of IR.
Did they put him on like IR? Yeah, I think that I think they might have moved him, Tony. I think they might have moved him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they might have moved him.
Listen, I'm just so excited. I want to see this game so bad. Like I said, I just think it's a great set. A great test, man, for this team. I really do.
Mm-hmm. So this is going to be a great test. Let's go ahead and get into this preview. Well, we already did like a bit of a preview show already, so let's just go ahead and talk, man. And I know that you disagree with. Well, I'm not going to say that you disagree with me. I think this is a game that the Niners are going to lose. And so I'm looking at the Colts schedule. I know that everyone's like, "Oh, they lost 5 of their last 6," and that is true, right? But the truth of the matter is, they've played some really good defenses in 5 of those last 6 losses. All right. So if I pull up the Colts schedule here, you tell me to stop when you think that we have a better defense than one of the teams that I'm going to name. Okay. So like, I'm going to for example, I'm going to be like the Jaguars. They played the Jaguars, right? Even though they haven't played them yet. They played them earlier in the season, but not recent. Well, all right, forget it. Seahawks. Who has a better defense? Seahawks or the Niners?
Seahawks.
Right. Okay. They lost that game. Barely. Just by 2 points. All right. Jaguars. Little tricky there. You want to call it a push? I'll give you a push option.
Yeah, I would say push.
Okay. Now, that was also the game that they lost their quarterback in, or they used the backup or whatever, but they only put up 19 points. That was a bad game. Let's throw that one out. Okay. Texans.
Oh, Texans definitely got a better defense.
Definitely. Like head and shoulders. They only lost that game by 4. Okay. Chiefs. Come on. You can tell the truth. You can say it. You can tell the truth.
Wait, well, you don't know who was playing in that game because there was a lot of they sustained a lot of injuries too on defense.
This is back. This is November 23rd. This was weeks ago.
Yeah, that corner. I think McDuffie's out. Didn't McDuffie go down for the year or something? That corner that they have. I don't know. I mean, listen, on paper, Chiefs, everyone's better than the Niners. But the thing is with the Niners is this: if they play as a unit, they stick to their roles, and they swarm. They're a good they're a good defense. They just can't have miscommunications on the back end and blown assignments. They need to play sound football, and that's that.
That's true, but we don't. It's everyone keeps saying, well, if we just communicate well. Since Fred Warner's been gone, there's been no communication. You know who's a great communicator in that secondary? Pinnock and Chase Lucas.
Okay, but
Lucas is inactive.
You're discrediting the fact that the last 4 games was without Bethune. And
no, I'm not discrediting it.
Robinson got pushed into a role where I think he was a little over his head. In my opinion,
he was
the mic. I think when Bethune was there, yes, there was a drop off from Warner to Bethune, but I think the drop off from Bethune to Robinson was more significant and more impactful than it was. It was a bigger blow, I think. I think Bethune is a good linebacker. He's an instinctive linebacker. He's not the fastest. He's not the greatest in coverage, but he's a good linebacker. And I think this defense missed him in that 5-game stretch because he missed the majority of the game he got hurt in. So,
and when they asked what separated him from Robinson and the other linebackers at that position, and Kyle and Saleh came straight out and said communication. He communicates better than all of them. So You're right. We'll get a bump in communication amongst the linebackers, but what about that secondary? To this day, I don't like seeing Pinnock on the field, but I love him on the field because I know the communication's right, and the corners are going to be in the right spots.
Well, there's no excuse. There's no excuse for them for Mustafa and Brown. There's zero excuse. They should be communicating at a high level right now.
And they don't. They don't.
That's on them. That's an issue between them. Right? You remember back in the day, we had Tim McDonald and Merton Hanks. They knew what they were. They didn't even have to talk to each other. They knew what they were doing, right? Even with Dante Whitner, Goldson, these guys knew where they were going to be. They knew their assignments. They knew if they saw this look, they got to bail and help the other guy out because it's going to be a tough situation for him. They knew it. These guys, for some reason, just don't communicate well. They don't. I think they're two headhunters. I think they're looking for both of them are looking to make those kill shots and light somebody up rather than playing safety. Focus on creating turnovers and keeping the ball in front of you. That's what I think their issues are.
Even the interception.
They're talented people, but they need to get up to the level of the game. They need to start playing together.
They have to focus on the fundamentals of team ball and not individual ball. That's what happens with young players. That's what happens with young players, right? Like there was that interception that was it Jair Brown had.
They both dropped them last week.
No, not the drop ones. Oh. It was the last time we had a good interception. But they were like, "Oh, I wasn't even supposed to be there." It was just something I saw and I recognized it on the play and I made a play on it. It wasn't Brown. Who was that? Was it Brown? But
it was Brown.
My point was it Brown that it was
Jair Brown. Yeah,
that was the game that he won like defensive player of the year or something like that of the week for.
Yes, yeah. He had the 2 interception game, right?
Yeah. And I think it was the second one. He was like, I wasn't even supposed to be there. So it's just weird to hear like those kind of things. See, Chrissy says Chase, and they're saying it wasn't Mustafa, was it? I don't look. They're all just throwing the names. I don't remember who it was, but the player admitted I wasn't supposed to be there. It's kind of my point. And so that's where I get a little bit concerned looking at the secondary. Great that you recognize the play, but did you communicate it to make sure that someone was going to cover you in case you were wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like you got a split second to do those things, and it's quite literally boom or bust with this defense. That bend but don't break thing, and I think that the Colts are anxious to go out here and say, "All right, guys, this is the weakest defense we've played in a long time. Let's try to put up some points." This is also Phillip Rivers' second game as a starter for them. They're going to open up that playbook a little bit more. He's got another week in there now. He's got some rhythm with some of those wide receivers. He's getting to know these guys a little bit more. He's going to be looking to say, hey, you know what? Last week I didn't push the ball downfield a lot. You guys are right about that. I didn't do that. But now I can. Now we see what my limitations were with my arm. I didn't feel any kind of fatigue. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock. So that's why I think that they're going to be a little bit more motivated. I got them edging this out a little bit. I got them winning this game by like 2. Right. Do you think the Niners are going to win it?
I think they could win it. I think if they play their game, what I'm more concerned about is how Brock Purdy's going to play on Monday Night Football. That's what I'm more concerned about.
That's the thing. I think Brock's going to be fine.
Well, his numbers have not said that on Monday Night Football. Mm-hmm. Yes, Brock Purdy's been fine.
You made me almost cry.
Carolina game and his 2 games leading, 3 games after that game. And they have not been good consistently on Monday Night Football. So that's what I'm more worried about than anything.
Yeah. So I think Brock's going to have a good game. Tony thinks our defense is going to be okay. I think it's going to be a little bit of liability. So this is good. I like that we're on opposite sides here. I want to do this the simulator here. I want to do this playoff simulator with everybody because I think that the Niners don't have to win this game and they can still get the number 1 overall seed in the postseason. Now, is it going to be easy? Absolutely not. I'm not saying that, so don't let me even make it sound like that. But would we control our own destiny? Absolutely not. We do right now, but we wouldn't. So I'm going to clear this all out. All right. So the Seahawks at 12-3, that's currently, right? The Niners at 10-4, that's currently. Is that right?
No.
What is this? What? Hold on. Clear. Yeah, we're 10-4. Okay, that's all current. Let me make sure it's all cleared out. So there's 3 weeks left. Here we are at week 16. playoffs started today, the Niners would be going up against Philly as a 6th seed. Okay? If the Niners win today, we go up to the 5th seed. When I move, you move, just like that. And all of a sudden, we're playing the Panthers. Favorable matchup for the Niners. I know a lot of people want to see that. Let me get back to it. I have the Niners losing this game. And that wraps up the Week 16 slate. And everyone's like, Mike, we got to win out in order for us to get the first place seed. We don't. We don't have to win out. Now, we need some help along the way. All right, so let's just go ahead now and give the Niners their wins against the Bears and then Week 18 against the Seahawks, okay? Now, right now, that still shows the Seahawks as the number 1 seed, but that's because we skipped Week 17. So, boom, let's go to Week 17. And in Week 17, the Seahawks play Carolina. If Carolina wins this game, that gives Los Angeles the first place seed with the Niners beating them. But who do the Rams play? The Falcons. They're probably going to win the Falcons game, right? That's what you guys are thinking? What do you think, Tony? You think that?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, boom. Okay, so boom, let's give them that win. I think they're going to win that game. A lot of people think the Panthers are going to lose, but the Panthers have beat every team in the NFC West except the 49ers. I'm taking the Panthers against the Seahawks. All right, Sam Darnold's little revenge game and all that stuff ain't happening, Captain. All right, that's how I'm feeling. I think he was there at one point. Anyways, all right, Week 18. This is where I have the biggest upset of all time. The Cardinals with absolutely nothing to lose, but coaches coaching for their job, and the Rams already in first place, kind of going soft. McVay might even pull his people. I think they slip. The Cardinals get that win right there. All right. Doesn't matter if the Bears win or lose. Doesn't matter if anything else. The Niners beat the Seahawks, and boom, we have the number 1 seed. We're back there.
There's no way in hell.
How not?
I'm going to tell you how. There's no way in hell McVay's going to go light on Arizona, knowing that the Niners play after them. So what I'm trying to say is they are going to go balls to the wall to win that game because they know if the Niners.
I don't think he will.
They have to. I'm telling you, they will. I will bet a decent amount of money that they will. He will not let that team lose that game. I'm telling you right now. They know if they lose that game, Mike, they don't get the first seed. They know it.
Yeah.
They know it.
Yep.
I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to build your little theories up. That's cool. But it's
not a theory. It's just I'm terrified of winning out. I think that is the worst thing the Niners can do if y'all really want us to win.
I understand that, but I think it's the best thing on the other hand because that team could use a week off, and I think not having to travel and only playing 2 games in the playoffs is big, in my opinion. Rather than going
which team is more likely to beat them than the Falcons or the
I would say the Falcons have a better shot than Arizona.
All right, so let's flip that then.
I still don't think they're going to lose to the Falcons.
Let's flip it. Where's the Falcons at? Where are you? Where are you, damn birds? Let's give it. And that still puts us right there. We just need Seattle to lose 2 times, and we can lose 1 more, and then we can win. That's what we need.
Now
we need
you're
the Rams
asking the team to lose 2 consecutive games? That's currently the number 1 seed?
Seattle? Well, we played them the last game. We control our own destiny in that situation.
Yes, but we
beat Seattle, we get the number 1 seed.
In order for us to get it, they have to lose. You're banking on.
No, I had them winning 1. I gave them 1. They already won this week. They got 11 wins right now. As of today, they have 11 wins, right? Or 12. No. Hold on. I got to go back to it.
I'm confused. You got me all confused now.
Look. Week 16 is now. They already got their win. They beat them. Week 17, where are they? Right here.
Carolina.
I had them losing to the Panthers, and then we beat them in Week 18.
So, but I
told y'all we would need help.
No, I understand that. But what I'm trying to say to you is the team that's currently the number 1 seed and is a pretty damn good football team. You're thinking you're banking on them losing 2 in a row.
Carolina, and then we take care of our own. Yep.
It's
Sam Darnold. Stop acting like it's not Sam Darnold. Y'all told me to stop watching the game so they could win that game, bro. All I got to do is turn on the TV and watch, and he's going to lose.
So you're not going to watch the game?
No. Sam Darnold loses every time I watch. All I got to do is turn on that game and watch it, and they're going to
Well, you
lose.
said you turned it off.
I turned it off so they could win. Yes. Remember you guys were yelling at me, Mike, we need the Seahawks to lose. I mean, we need the Seahawks to win. Stop watching the game. And I woke up in the morning like, holy shit, it worked. Remember? It was all in the group chat, man.
I don't know, man. You're banking on too many things.
I'm just saying it's not impossible. No one thought that the Rams were going to lose to the Seahawks last week. No one thought that the Rams were going to lose to the Panthers 2 weeks ago. Like, all this stuff is happening that people are just assuming it's impossible. They got the Rams like these juggernauts, and they just can't lose to anybody. And that's just not the case. It's not the case. I don't think they're as God-stricken as they are. They're not feared and revered around the league like people think they are. They get that respect in the NFC West, but that's where it stops. That's where it stops, man. I think these other teams go up against the Rams and they turn up a little bit. I think they want some of that juice. Now, if we win tonight, forget everything I said. Hey, Niners, go ahead and win out. Forget everything I said if we win tonight. Then I don't care. But we'll see what happens, man. I just wanted to do that. I wanted to let you guys know that we can lose this game and still get the number 1 seed as long as we get a little bit of help. And who doesn't need a little bit of help from their friends sometimes, right? Come on. The Panthers, they love us. We got a good relationship with that team, that front office. They know who we are. They owe us a couple of favors.
Listen,
they got our backs.
I'll tell you this. Okay, I'm the type I don't like to depend on people. I never did.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to go, I go. I want the Niners to go. I want them to win out and do what they need to do. If it requires them winning X amount of games in a row, they have to do it. They did it before. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It's going to be hard because you are in the playoffs. But what my biggest fear is they lose tonight and they get stuck at the 5 or the 6 seed. They can get knocked out in the first round because they got to travel cross country or something.
They play Philly.
Like I said, travel cross country because they're a division winner and they're a higher seed. So I'd rather them play in their house, get the week off. They can recoup, focus, re-engage, and make that push. 2 games, Mike. 2 games. You're in the tournament, and all you need is 2 games. That's just the way I see it.
If we finish 12-5, we get the 6th seed, and we have to go to Philly. Assuming Philly stays the 3 seed. The Philly have the Bills. Philadelphia has the Bills coming up. Actually, they might lose that game. That's next week for Philly, and they finish up against Washington. That game is in Buffalo. So even if they lose that game, they finish 11-6. We finish 12-5, and we got to go to their house.
I'd rather listen. I'd rather control my own destiny and just go for it, bro. Just go balls to the wall. Get your spot. Get your rest week. Re-engage, and just play football, man. That's it. That's what they're here to do, right? Everyone wants that home field advantage. This team has done it though before, Mike. They did win consecutive games in a row.
Well, I mean, we've got it now. We're on a 4-game win streak. This right here, if you finish up here, will be a 10-game win streak. Then we got to get to the playoffs and win 3 more to win the Super Bowl. That's a 13-game win streak. It is Brock Purdy's number, man. So who knows, man? Maybe 13 is the lucky number that the Niners need this year. So we'll see. All right, listen, man. Let's wrap this thing up here. I got to figure out what the hell's going on with my daughters and my wife. I don't know. So, any other final thoughts here, man?
My main focus is this. I want to see how Brock. This game is going to go on how Brock Purdy plays. If he has another Monday night blunder, you know what's going to happen. If he gets over that hump and plays, it's going to be a different story. Overall, I do not think whatsoever this is going to be an easy win for this team at all. But what I do like, it's a great test for this team to see where they are at. And that's what I really like, and I'm really excited about. Both sides of the ball. All 3 phases.
Yeah, no, this is going to be a really good test for this 49ers team. There's a part of me that really wishes that it wasn't Phillip Rivers and it was Daniel Jones out there. Daniel Jones is a player that I've been cheering for ever since he left New York. You know what I'm saying? I was hoping that the Niners picked him up, to be honest with you guys. But I know some people look down on him. But I always respected the talent that he's got. with Phillip Rivers, man, I just think that, I think that the Niners are kind of getting something here. They're getting a little gift right here, right? This guy's going to be in the pocket. You don't have to worry about him doing a ton of scrambling or anything like that. Even when he was, 10 years ago, he wasn't much of a scrambler like that. That wasn't really his game, He likes to stand in the pocket and deliver, so we're going to have some opportunities here. We're going to need that defensive line to really do something here. And I wouldn't be mad at really, I wouldn't be mad at a couple of blitzes in the A and B gaps or whatever because, to be honest with you, Tony, we got to stop that run too. We got to be able to stop that run. So, put some bodies on that line right there. Keep some pressure on those boys up front. You got the 2 tackles that are out. That's what I want to see going forward. So let me see the Colts injury report. Let me just look at that really quick. Because I'm pretty sure there were 2 tackles. They might have just bumped them down, bro. They might have just got rid of them, bro. There's Raymond right there. Oh no, the other guy's not even on the they must have put him on IR or something. Because he's not even on the injury report at all now, Tony.
Really?
He's not listed here at all. Depth chart transactions. Here we go. Let's look at their transactions here. Activated Buckner from the IR. They waived Brett Ripien. Elevated Coleman Owens. Elevated Josh Sills. They signed. And they put Zach Thomas on the practice squad. Signed Phillip Rivers. They placed Braden Smith on IR. Yeah, that was on the 13th. Braden Smith is the one they put on IR, so that's what it is. So, yeah, that's what we're dealing with, man. All right, buddy. Everybody in the chat right now, if you guys think the Niners are going to win, y'all know what to do. Put them W's in the chat. Let me see what y'all got for us, man. W's in the chat if you think the Niners are going to win. I'm going to be back at halftime. I'm going to be coming in here with a little bit of finger shaking saying, I told you so, I told you so. All right? But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I got money on the Niners too. And this is not a gut feeling. I know my gut has been 100 this year, right? My gut is not telling me that we're going to lose. It's not telling me we're going to win. It's not saying that. But it's just a mental thing for me. But maybe 13 is the number that we need, man. Who knows? Who knows? Not to overlook the Bears, not to overlook the Seahawks, right? But maybe 13 is the magic number. I just know that we don't have to win tonight to get that number 1 seed. I get a little help from my friends. That's it, man. That's it.
Excuse me, bitch.
This year, my gut has been 100%. On everything my gut has told me all year long, it's been 100. I've never had anything like this before, Tony. I said, don't rush Brock Purdy back. We bring him back. This Jacksonville game, we're going to lose. We're going to hurt that foot. Bam! Gut feeling, man. Gut feeling. Guys, we are going to get smoked by Houston, man. That defense is better than what y'all. Oh, no. They can't move the ball. Bam! All right. I tried to tell y'all, man. I even said last week the Titans' run game was a lot better than what people were worried about. Nah, they played against bums. Bam! They didn't, I'm just saying, man. Got to get that gut feeling, man. All right, fellas. Everybody in the chat, shout out to you guys. I see that we're all very confident here. So it's cool. We're going to rock out. Jerry, I see you in there, man. Look at everybody in this chat, man. Brian's in the building. Miguel's in the building. Garcia, Woods. What's up, everybody, man? Shout out to everybody in the chat. All right, we are heading on over to Patreon now, guys. Patreon.com/NB9ERS. It's going down. I'm going live as soon as we wrap this one up. So I'll see y'all. It's game time, man. Go Niners. Prepare for glory. Anticipate pain. But always
remain faithful.
That's it. We'll see y'all soon. Peace.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey. See, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us,